Be'ezrat Hashem, the Gemara this morning, Yebamot, page 39b. Tnan atam. We learned over there, says the Gemara, mitzvat yibum kodemet mitzvat chalitza. We saw already in the previous classes, there is a mitzvah called yibum. Two brothers, which are married, and unfortunately, one of the brothers didn't have children yet, and he passes away. According to the Torah, there's two choices over here. The first choice is the brother that stayed alive marries his sister-in-law, even though he's going to be married now to two women, but this is the mitzvah. The second choice is, if he does not for some reason want to marry his sister-in-law, then he does chalitza. Chalitza means they go to the Beit Din, and over there she takes off a sandal that the Beit Din puts on his foot, and she spits on the floor, and she says, "Kacha ya'aseh la'ish." This is what should be done to the man. Did not want to marry his sister-in-law in order to rebuild the house of his brother, and then each one goes on his way. He continues to live with his wife, and she goes and gets married. According to the priority, mitzvat yibum kodemet mitzvat chalitza. If somebody would ask, what does the Torah want him to do? We tell him the Torah wants you, lechatchila, should go and marry the sister-in-law. And the Gemara continues in teaching us, Barishona, in the beginning, shayu mitkavnim leshem mitzvah, when they had their mindset completely for the mitzvah, that was the priority. Achshav, after that, when we say achshav, we're talking about 2,000 years ago. So, how much more in our generations? Achshav, she'en mitkavnim leshem mitzvah, their mindset is not completely 100% for the mitzvah. Mitzvat chalitza kodemet mitzvat yibum. It's better to do the chalitza, the taking off the sandal, than to marry to the sister-in-law. Amar Remi Bar Chama, Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. So says Remi Bar Chama in the name of Rabbi Yitzchak. Chazru lomar, and then there was a time they returned to say mitzvat yibum kodemet mitzvat chalitza. No, we go back to say it's better to marry off the sister-in-law than to do the chalitza. Amar le Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak Ach Shodari. What are you talking about? The generations got better. As we know, as more time goes by, the more the generations go down. So he says over here, Mi kara savri laka ba Shaul, v'basov savri kabanan. In the beginning, when they said, no, it's better to do chalitza, not to get married. You know why? Because they were scared of the opinion of Abba Shaul. What did Abba Shaul say? The Tanya Abba Shaul omer, akoneset yivimto. Somebody who gets married to his sister-in-law for the mitzvah of Yibum, L'shem Noi, because she's beautiful, U'shem Ishut, U'shem Davar Acher, because she's rich, because any other reason that he has in his back of his mind, כאילו פוגע בערווה וקרוב אני בעיניי להיות עוולת ממזר. It's if he's marrying his brother's wife, and maybe we can consider even the son they're going to have together like a mamzer. Chas v'shalom. So when they heard that, this is the opinion of Rabbi Abba Shaul, so they said, no, you know what? Who can say he's doing something 100% L'Shem Shamayim? We cannot say that. So it's better to do chalitza and not to do yibum. Then they saw that the people really want to do the mitzvah as it should be, so they returned to say the mitzvah yibum is before mitzvah chalitza. What is this teaching us? This is teaching us for today's generation when people get married, right? And you hear there's so many problems with shidduchim. People are hard to find shidduch, right? Especially girls. There's so many girls. What are people looking for? So they say, no, I'm looking for a situation. Girls are looking for situations, right? And boys also. Sometimes they want to do nothing and sit the whole day home and look for the girls working for them, right? So people have to have the right mindset, which means you should do things l'shem shamayim. When you get married, it's not a question who's going to work and who's going to bring the parnasah. The parnasah is an obligation of the man. The man of the house, he is the one to go and work. The wife can help, but the man has the obligation to bring the parnasah. Now, if he's studying, if he's Tamid Chacham, he's sitting in a kollel, so his wife can go and teach, his wife can go help, right? Because he's Tamid Chacham. But if he does nothing and he wants his wife, right, to take care of business over there, it's a wrong thing, right? And when a person gets married, he shouldn't have in his back mind, oh, she's coming from a rich family. Oh, she's beautiful. I love her looks. Chas v'shalom. This is not something good, because in Pirkei Avot we say, whoever gets married with a personal interest, batel davar batla ahava. Once the personal interest gets away, right, the love of the couple gets away also. Means you get married her because she's beautiful. In a certain age, after giving birth, she becomes a little bit bigger, right? And then she doesn't look the same, and then you say, oh, it's not the one I married, right? Or if she got married, you got married to her and she had a lot of money and she lost it, right? Or her father had a lot of money, lost in the stock market, and then you have no more support, and then you say, oh, it's not what I was looking for. Batel davar batel ahava. When you get married to the girl, or you get married to the boy because he has yirat shamayim, because this is something I was looking for. He has good traits of characters, right? So this is what you get married for. All the rest of the things, it's something that's going to come in the rest of your life, and you don't have to worry about. So let's do things l'shem shamayim. Have a great day. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.